Yeah, I also want to ask you, brother, um, before you met me, before we started on this beautiful journey of healing, um, where you're at right now, and what I was just talking about, the sympathetic side. Can you imagine doing sympathetic in a sense of how it affects you versus the parasympathetic breath work that we've been doing, and you can see the difference in feeling wise and your diabetic journey?
Just so people understand, so they don't think that Devin is just talking, you know. I have read some very ancient yoga texts in my process of reversing type 1 diabetes. And every hatha yoga teacher, and this isn't me attacking anyone, okay? But every hatha yoga teacher, every breathwork facilitator that's saying breathe out of the mouth, like, I just shake my head because no one is returning back to the source. No one is
Mm.
returning back to the way that it needs to be. And in some of the most ancient texts that I've wrote, you want to know what they constantly talk about? Meditation, prayer, and breath work. And the way that they describe to breathe is literally, okay, we have a walking example in front of us through the nose and doing different types of rhythms with that practice. And so, Devin, to answer your question, without, and quite honestly, like, we met for a divine reason. And it's because my whole life in the back of my mind, I've wanted to reverse diabetes. But like many of us on this call, I never took the responsibility to truly like seek that. Like
Mm.
there was like this whole ego that was a part of me that, wanted to make money or wanted to focus on the job or wanted to date and, do all these other things. But you eventually hit a point when you come so a dark moment in life and you are forced to see the light in that moment. And for me, that was literally scheduling a call with Devin. And on that call, he was like, let's do something as simple as breathing together through the nose. And when we did that, like electricity just shot through my whole body. Like forget the diabetes for a second. The electricity shot through my whole body, and I could, for the first time in my life, feel and have a relationship with this inner diaphragm that I have, this inner divine creation. And as Devin was speaking of earlier with the sun gazing, like it's now a practice, and each time it gets deeper and deeper and deeper. And reversing diabetes is just a protocol of that, of the connection with self. It's not even about reversing diabetes, it's about connecting with self. And through doing so, reversing diabetes is going to happen no matter what. It's interesting because
Yeah.
so yesterday was day 3 of the Oran fast for me, which consists of I have not had any coconut water, no juice whatsoever, and
Mm.
my diabetes has had the most remarkable experience. Okay, like
Mm.
I don't know if you guys can see this. I will show you right now. Okay, let me show you. All right, can you see this number on there? Okay, it's backwards, but that's 82. This is
82.
82.
Yeah.
Okay, now as a diabetic, when your sugar starts to get below 70-ish, you want to correct it. You want it to come up. Okay, now watch this.
Hmm.
This is 82. Almost about 2 hours ago, around 7 o'clock. I've been up since 4 o'clock, by the way. 69. 69.
Mm.
I'm at that point where it's like, yo, you might want to start taking something. Okay, now hold on. We ain't done yet. So at 6, when I woke up at 4 in the morning, I woke up at 4 in the morning. This was my sugar, 79. So we're still like pretty low. And when you're going to sleep, you don't want to like having low numbers is one
Hmm.
of those factors that like you might want to bring it up so you don't pass out in the middle of the night. Now watch this next one. Crazy, yo. 62. 62. Okay.
Mm.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Got it.
62.
Wow.
And before that, I was 78. Before that, I was 87. Dude, the next time I go to the doctors and I check this A1C, brother, it's gonna be game over. But my point is what am I doing? What am I doing to bring the sugar up? Number one, and I'm gonna bring this back to the point of you standing on that nail bed that you're on, because I have a question about that too. But like, I don't know what it is, and I'd love to hear your perspective on it. Like, just this whole idea of prayer and meditation with, of course, the breath work. And like, when my sugar's low, I have, like, it's a very fine point that says, listen, do you want to drink coconut water, and allow for it to bring the sugar up? Or are you going to
Mm-hmm.
trust in something that's more divine than what you can even think about?
Mm.
And it takes me to this state of like, let's have a seat. Or, dude, quite honestly, let me go back to yesterday. I went for a hike at like 8 p.m., completely dark, with no shoes, because I was feeling like shit. I was like, yesterday I was like tired. I've been working too hard the past few days. Like I'm always moving and stuff. And I just felt like crap. And I was like, dude, I need to get out of all this like this work environment. Like, I just need to go and be in nature. And so I
Mm-hmm.
walked for like half a mile barefoot on rocks. That was crazy, yo. Like, and I'm curious to hear if what you're standing on right now compared to like walking on rocks, and what your perspective is on that. But before I walked, my sugar was like in the high 60s. And I went on a whole hike barefoot. And as soon as I came out of the woods, because I spent 2 hours out there just meditating near water, my sugar was back at 80. My sugar was back at 80.
Mm.
Tell me someone else who goes on a hike, okay? And their sugar is able to come back to where it's supposed to be. This is like real life experience right now. And this is crazy stuff that I'm going through. So to bring it back into some of